morning, junk removal warriors. Joseph here, Vets Haul Junk Removal, Stafford, Virginia. Hope wherever you are, you're staying busy and making money in junk removal. We are taking Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off for Thanksgiving, and then Saturday and Sunday, guys, we're booked solid. We're working sun up to sundown. And I hope wherever you are, guys, you have done the things necessary during the summertime and last year so that your well doesn't dry up. And we're going to go over that in just a second. But I was talking to a gentleman last night who gave me the idea for this video. He reached out to me and said this was his first year in junk removal. And at the beginning of the season, meaning summertime, his phone was ringing off the hook. He almost could not keep up with all of the business that he was getting. And then, like somebody had flicked a light switch, come fall, his phone is not ringing. He's starting to doubt whether he made the right decision to quit his day job and get into junk removal full time, guys. So he asked me, what do I need to do, Joseph, to get more business? I'm dying over here. I, in turn, asked him, what have you done to think out of the box? What have you done to be innovative, to outthink your competition? Have you been reaching out to the apartment communities, to the senior communities, to the storage facilities, to the realtors? What have you done to establish those connections and relationships with realtors so that during the so-called slow season, you aren't slow? Realtors and apartment communities and senior citizen centers and storage facilities are feeding you work, because, guys, you will not survive on residential alone. You just won't. This is a war. This is a war for the life and death of your business. Many of you think that if you just slap a magnet on your truck and you're towing a trailer and you put an ad in Craigslist, that somehow magically the customers are all just going to flock to you. It doesn't happen, guys. Many of you watching this video will be what I like to call a one-seasoner, meaning your junk removal company only lasted one season. Your first and second and third year, guys, that's when you need to work day and night as if your life depended on it, because the life of your junk removal business does depend on it. If you apply yourself, if you're determined, if you're focused, guys, and you create these relationships with realtors, apartment community managers, and the like, you will survive to your second, to your third, to your fourth, and so on, guys. But if you just kick back and relax and think that you've done enough today to build your business, you're not going to survive. So he says, Joseph, I'm dying over here. What do I need to do? So my very first question to him was, what have you done to think out of the box? What have you done to create the relationships that I just mentioned? He says, well, not a whole lot. You see, when I get in front of the apartment community managers and the realtors, I don't really know what to say. And I also don't really know how to find those individuals. So, guys, I'm going to give you the same advice that I gave him. I'm going to share with you a technique that I've utilized to grow my business, and it's been very, very successful. And it's easy, guys. It's easy. Sometimes it's not a matter of thinking out of the box. Sometimes it's just a matter of asking, guys. If you just ask, you will be surprised. Sometimes you just get, but you have to ask. The very next time you're going through your Facebook feed, you're going to look for realtors that are posting about open houses. And you're simply going to direct message the realtor, and you're going to introduce yourself, and you're going to ask them, I understand you have a open house coming up on this and this date. Would it be okay if I drop off, if I provide goodies, refreshments, water, cupcakes, cookies for your open house? And in return, if I could have just 10 minutes of your time to introduce myself and tell you how my junk removal company can make your job easier, would that be okay? I'm just asking, guys. The worst they can say is no. And if they say no, guys, that's okay. You do not need all of the realtors in your market. If you can get a fraction of a percent of some of the realtors, not even all. If you can get 1 or 2 or 3 realtors and create those lasting relationships, create these lasting connections, guys, they will feed you work through the slow seasons of the year, the falls and the winter. But if you do not ask, guys, you will not get. Don't be intimidated by realtors. Don't be intimidated by apartment community managers. They're just like you and me. They put their pants on, guys, one leg at a time. And when you finally do find that realtor that says, yes, I would love for you to provide refreshments at my open house, you show up on time. You show up in a collared shirt, a polo, company branded polo. If you have a branded vehicle, show up in your branded vehicle, nicely washed and waxed. And you go in confidently, guys. You go in confidently. Right as the open house is opening up, let's say 8 a.m., you show up 8 a.m. on the dot. Introduce yourself, shake the realtor's hand, look them dead in the eye. Guys, don't let it run over the 5 to 10 minutes that you asked for. It can work against you if you do. Realtors, especially when they're doing open houses, they're busy. But you need to make a lasting impression on them. And that comes with being polite, courteous, confident, professional, and above all, quick. 5 to 10 minutes, guys, that's all. You're there to gain intelligence. You're there to ask them questions like, when you buy or sell a home, sir or ma'am, and the client has junk that they need removed, who do you call? That's invaluable, guys. You need that information because if they use the big boys in blue 1-800-GOT-JUNK, you already know that you can beat 1-800-GOT-JUNK's prices and you can capitalize on that intelligence, that information. On top of that, guys, you also want to get the name of their broker. You also want to get the realtor's business card. You also want to ensure that during your visit, you show up prepared with a nice company branded or company colored folder. You can buy them from like an office supply superstore with your business card taped on the inside with the flyer. Make a flyer about your business. And then a nice grammatically correct letter telling them a little bit about who you are, maybe how your company started, a little bit about your philosophy, how you can help them in this letter. And then if you operate using rate sheets, a sheet telling them the prices, guys. Also, I would include an offer for a discount for the realtor. Guys, you're there to gain intelligence. You're there to introduce yourself. You're there to make a good impression. You don't need to be polished, although it helps. You just need to show up and ask. Like I said at the beginning of this video, sometimes all you need to do is ask, and not every realtor that you message is going to respond. Some of them you'll never hear from again, but all you need is 1, 2, 3. And if it works one time, it'll work again. And you just keep on duplicating this process, guys, so that all throughout the year, not just in the fall and the winter, realtors feed you business, guys. If you do not, listen to me, guys, if you do not make yourself uncomfortable, if you do not do the things that other junk removal companies are doing, your junk removal business will die. And this is easy, guys. This is super easy. But I'm going to take it one step further. Why would I ask for the broker's telephone number and name? Very simply, guys, because once you make that lasting relationship with the realtor, you want to ask the realtor, would it be okay if I reached out to your broker and mention your name, mention the realtor's name, if I could provide refreshments for your very next sales meeting? Typically, guys, most sales forces hold quarterly sales meetings with all of the realtors where they talk about training, upcoming goals, issues, lessons learned. Your secondary mission should be to find out how you can get invited to this sales meeting, to give a concise, 5 to 10 minute presentation on how you can make the realtors in that office lives easier by providing junk removal services for the clients that they serve. And that's how you do it, guys. That's how you ensure you're not a has-been before you ever were. That's how you ensure you're not a one-seasoner, guys. If you like the type of information I talk about, would you subscribe to my channel? On top of that, if you're in Northern Virginia and you have stuff that you need removed, reach out to the junk removal company powered by Veterans and Patriots at 540-657-VETS. That's 540-657-VETS. You can also find us online at vetshauljunk.com. That's vetshauljunk.com. I'm Joseph, owner of Vets Haul Junk Removal LLC in Stafford, Virginia, and we are on the move, making things happen. Hoo-ah! Talk to you next time, guys. See ya.